Sing song. Contest.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back. This is JR Lonelodge with Sounds of the Powwow Groundz here in Concho, USA. And you are listening to none other than Stony Park way back in Skimitzen days, Skimitzen 1995. Always a rockin' powwow back then in the day, man. If you could make that one was the one. Boy, I'm talking about that one had all the money. And if you got that trophy, woo, that was on, man. I got one sitting up in my mom's house. Mom keeps to keep it, but I get to show it off here and there. But yeah, that's one of the great parts of my life back there in Skimitzen days. But got another great show for you. We did mess up on the number system, so apologize about that. Kind of don't really know how to do math or whatnot. So this is actually show number 8, but we're gonna call it show number 7 because last show we called that one number 8, number ocho. This one will be number 7, and I apologize about that, but it is what it is, So, but going back, we had a pretty good game last night here in Oklahoma City. Actually in Dallas, but we are Thunder fans here in Oklahoma City. We rep it hard here in Loud City. So I want to give a shout out to Oklahoma City Thunder for getting that close victory against the Dallas. Got Mark Cuban all mad out there. He was yelling and screaming on the court. It made me really happy. And I know my mom was happy. She ended up calling me after the game. And so when mom's happy, the Thunder won. So give a big old shout out to Oklahoma City Thunder. We're still in the playoffs right now. So I also want to give a big shout out to Hawk Hardigo. He does all the work on the show, does all the editing. I just show up and kind of do my gig and I kind of head out. But he does all the hard work on here. Give a big shout out to him. And without a doubt, powwow people, we want to give you the latest and greatest of all powwow news, what's going on. So if you got someone you want me to interview, definitely send them my way or send me them powwow flyers at, jrlonelodge@gmail.com or hit us up on Facebook. We do have a Facebook page, that Sounds of the Powwow Groundz. Give us a like, follow us. And if you like, you can post all the posters I can up there, all the flyers, so all you got to do is go to the albums, click on each month, and they're all categories by each month. You can post them, you can forward them, you can print them off, but the cool thing is you can go there and see what's the latest greatest powwow is for that weekend, in that month. I make it pretty easy on there. So but if you got any of those flyers, send them my way, or if you got people you want me to interview, let me know, send them my way as well. Maybe I'll give a shout out, see if I can connect up and talk to them real quick and bring them on the show. But without further ado, we're going to go through some powwow flyers coming up. May is here. Powwow season is in full swing. So without a doubt, we're going to start off, going through our powwow flyers for May 17th to the 19th, all the way up there in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. They have the infamous Manitowabi powwow. I've been up there many times. I'm going to shout out to Lisa Meaches out there. This one's going to be up there. Man, this is a good one. This is almost like the Gathering Nations for Canada, I always like going up there, getting the Tim Hortons and stuff. And, but yeah, this can be a good one. And also with that one, you actually have a special, women's all ages woodland dance special. Welcome back to the strap dress. This is going to be open to all ages in the women's woodland, regalia category. All participants will be honored with gifts. And you also have first place is going to be $1,500 in a blanket. Second place is $1,200. Third place is $800. Fourth is $600, and fifth place will get $400 up there in Winnipeg. So up there in Manitowobi, you do have a, a Woodlands women's special out there. Also, Saturday, May 18th, you have the 10th annual Casa Grande Union High School District Graduation Powwow. That's going to be Saturday, May 18th at the Jack Spilsbury Gymnasium. Gore dance is going to start at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then you have supper break, and then grand entry is going to be at 12 and 6 p.m. Your master ceremony is going to be Samson Six Killer. Arena director is going to be Colby Afraid of His Tracks. Host Northern Drums is going to be Medicine Butte. Host Southern Drums is going to be Kenneth Cozad Sr. Head man dancer is going to be Terrence Williams. The head woman dancer is going to be Lee Lenema. Yehovah's head gore dancer is going to be Trevor Foster, and gore dance is going to be P. Posh Veterans Association, and that's going to be out there at the Grand Casa Grande, Arizona powwows. Also, Saturday, May 18th, you also have the 4th annual Teton Powwow. This is always going to be up there, Central Wyoming College, up there in Wyoming. So this is going to be a good one. It's going to be over at the Munger Mountain Elementary School, Highway 89, 12 miles south town. This is an outdoor event. Looks like, let's see, grand entry is going to be at noon, and dance to follow after that. Also, up there in Fort Hall, Idaho, May 18th, you have the Honoring the Memorial of Wayne Lawrence Crew. Looks like this is going to be a run up there. Registration will start on that day. Fort Hall Festival Grounds at 9 a.m. till noon. So that'll be a memorial for Lawrence Crew. Also, let's see, they also have the 23rd annual powwow, the Big Sandy Rancheria, Saturday, May 18th, and Sunday, May 19th. This one's going to be, let's see, Master of Ceremony is going to be Frankie Williams. Arena Director is going to be Junior Manuel. Lead Gourd is going to be Ron Six Bears. Alec. Head man is going to be Bernard Bega. Head woman is going to be Heidi Jeremilla. Head teen boy is going to be Bo Gomez. Head teen girl is going to be Jaden Legrand. And the head junior boy is going to be Austin James Alacrin. And head junior girl is going to be Aaron Naylor. Head little tiny top boy is going to be Foster Weber. So that's going to be the Big Sandy Rancheria Powwow, the 23rd annual out there, Saturday, May 18th and the 19th. Also, May 24th to the 25th, you also have the Sky Ute Bear Dance and Powwow. Sky Ute Casino Resort up there in Ignacio, Colorado. Your head ladies dancer is going to be Miss Southern Ute. Head man is going to be Pick Daly. And arena director is going to be Michael Grant. And drum judge is going to be Darren Cooch. So that's going to be up there in Ignacio, Colorado. May 25th and 26th, you have a real big one. This one's going to be Prairie Island Wasippi out there. Now, I've been to this one many times. I want to give a shout out to all the powwow people, up there. This is always a fun one out there, up there in Minnesota. So that one's going to be May 25th and 26th. So your master ceremony is going to be Jerry Dearly. Host drum is going to be Ironwood Singers. Arena director is going to be Chaska LeBlanc. And you got all the good categories and all good payouts on this powwow up there. Also, May 25th and 26th, you have the 74th Annual Expo 50th Celebration powwow up there in Spokane, Washington. MC is going to be Ruben Littlehead, and then, and Davey Madera. Arena director is going to be Russell McLeod, Larry White, and head man that's going to be Dr. Renzo Snyder, and head female judge is going to be Bobby White. Head drum judge is going to be Grant Temway. Head man dancer is going to be Alec Bluff. Head lady dancer is going to be Janissa Porter. And head boy is going to be Chamash Abrahamson. And head girl dancer is going to be Melody Washington. So that's going to be up there in Spokane, Washington. Right on. And May 23rd, 24th, you got the infamous Four Bears Powwow up there in Newtown, North Dakota. That one's going to be rocking. Man, that's going to be a good one. So let's see. That one's... So you're going to have a lot of different specials up here. You have singing special, also men's categories. Also, this one is always going to be a good one because they also have, they're giving away, let's see, 3 different cars up there. Man, that's pretty keen if you can go to a powwow and win a car, man. You know what I mean? I remember dancing around here locally just for $20, but it's kind of crazy when you can go to a powwow and actually win a car. But that's the infamous, Four Bears powwow, May 23rd and 26th. Like I said, people, if you got powwow flyers, definitely send them my way, jrlonelodge at gmail.com, or send them to my Facebook, send me them that way. And if you got people you want me to interview, like we're going to bring on the latest and greatest and the best interviews we can out this way. So send them my way or send me a message on Facebook. Aho. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Sounds of the Powwow Groundz here in Concho, Oklahoma. We were bringing to you like the latest and greatest and best powwow interviews that I can out there. So if you got people you want me to bring on, let me know. Without further ado, we're going to make a phone call, kind of shake somebody up, maybe annoy them, see what they're doing, and just kind of bug them and see what's going on. See who we can get on the phone today. Let's just check it out.
Hello.
Good afternoon. This is JR Lonelodge with Sounds of the Powwow Groundz. How's it going today?
Good. Thank you for having me on.
People, ladies and gentlemen, this is with he needs no further introduction. This is the true Sounds of the Powwow Groundz. I get scared when he's actually MC. I try to hide. This is none other than Terry Fiddler.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell everyone, where I'm calling to right now from, I'm calling away from Concho, Oklahoma. So where am I calling to today?
I'm in Red Wing, Minnesota.
Oh.
Originally from Cheyenne River Sioux Reservation in South Dakota.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of good powwows out there. I've been up there many times, out there in South Dakota. And I know like Prairie Island's coming up that way up there in Minnesota too.
Yeah, second weekend of July.
Yeah. So, like people that, have known you and some people that haven't known you, and like you pretty much traveled just about everywhere. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been, my dancing, singing, but took me all over the United States, Canada, overseas.
Yeah. What part?
A lot of places.
What part of overseas did you go to?
I danced in France, Switzerland, Spain, Germany.
Right on. And also, along with that, nowadays you do a lot of powwow MCing as well too, right?
I started MCing in the early 80s.
Yeah, and then now you're just kind of going back and forth. You got a lot of gigs coming up this summer?
Oh, a few yet, still going. People are still calling, asking,
Yeah, like I mentioned, like when you're MC, sometimes I like to hide because he likes to poke fun at me and every now and then. But he's probably one of the funniest MCs I think I got out there. I remember that one time. I think we talked about that as we were out there. I think it was Louisiana. Your MC. And, they had a feather drop, you called out, I need 4 veterans, come pick up this feather. And then this one hobbyist dancer, he kind of dropped one of them feathers and he kind of looked at you. We need 4 hobbyists, come pick up this feather. And that guy was mad. I never seen it. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Oh man, it was cracking me up the entire weekend. But yeah, so what's your next gig? Where are you headed to next?
MC job is be Father's Day weekend in Hinckley, Minnesota.
Okay.
The Grand Casino. Yeah.
Right on. And you've always, ever since I've known you, you've always danced, men's traditional and stuff like that. What does it mean to you to actually dance this men's traditional style?
Well, I was raised by my grandparents, and dancing was something I always did ever since I could remember to walk. And 60-some years of dancing traditional, and for a while there when I was a younger boy, I danced fancy for a while too. But there was a time in the history of powwow that traditional dancing almost didn't exist for a while because none of the young people wanted to go a traditional dance. They all wanted to be fancy dancers or grass dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And VJ Kidder from Standing Rock Sioux Reservation, Terry Larvey, from Rosebud Reservation and myself from Cheyenne River, we started in as young men, and we kept it going enough long enough for a lot of the younger people to start taking interest back into it again. So like when Hammond and those guys were still here, Hammond Motow, then he would always tell that story about us three, keeping the traditional dancing alive and being able to pass it on. And as a traditional dancer, growing up around this way of life, I had the honor and opportunity to see real traditional dancing by a lot of our respected elders. And I watched and learned from them, and they shared a lot of things with me about the dance itself. So I consider myself very privileged and honored to have been able to do that.
Mm-hmm. There's several different styles today. It's kind of evolved the way it is now. As far as traditional dancing, and kind of even the same way with men's southern fancy war dance. As well. You have your traditional style, and then you have this kind of new age, like contemporary styles they call it and stuff. And you've all ever known, I've known you. You've always had that traditional style. Like, as you see the evolutions, what do you like about it?
Well, like I said, I had a lot of good teachers, and I think through the years, the interest grew. Like the powwows across the country have grown all the way to a lot of places where they never did have powwows, and they see the dances, but they don't have nobody to mentor them or guide them through the do's and don'ts of these dances. Because most of these dances are all society dances, warrior societies, like that, men and women, both sides. And there's history and meaning behind everything that we do.
Yeah.
And a lot of our non-native people, when we go to powwows, they're really interested in getting educated in some of these ways. And likewise with a lot of our neighboring tribes, that don't have that style of dance. So today, at powwows, they call it traditional dancing. But a long time ago, the MCs like Dale O'Horn and different ones, when we came in the arena, they called it the Lakota style of dancing. And because a lot of the MCs now, they just consider traditional because they don't know the history of the dance also, So a lot goes back to the MCs and explaining things not only to non-native people but to our own people, so they also learn.
Yeah, and like going back, there's that spin-off, there, like I said, there's that contemporary style of traditional dance, which is kind of a little bit more flamboyant and stuff, a little bit more something kind of like, tells a little different story and stuff when they do that, it kind of moves and stuff. And I know that's never been your kind of style or gig and stuff, but, what do you think about, like the, just, kind of like the contemporary style?
I think contemporary style kind of got a good hold when we lost a lot of our elders, because when we used to go to powwows, there was only the elders that judged, and not like today. We go to powwows and you see some kids even judging, and they have no knowledge of the dance, so they pick what looks flashy to them without knowing,
Yeah.
and it gets away from the originality of the meaning of our dancing. So I know things change, just like songs, and singers come up with new songs for different categories nowadays, So when you go to powwows, you got the opportunity to what they call contemporary music and traditional style of music, which is just the opposite among the Lakota people, because our traditional style of singing has meanings, because the time we wake up till we go to bed at night, there's prayers and songs that are sung. And so that's why our original style has meaning to it, because they have words in it that reflect what goes on throughout the day. And a lot of times the singers don't have the teachers to teach them, so they compose other songs to use in that place. And I think that's where the contemporary part started coming into the powwow world.
Yeah.
And just like Jingle Dress and every category out there,
Yeah.
old style grass, back and forth. And a lot of times they say we're going to have an old style contest, and then they don't have nobody to judge it.
Right. Yeah, that's old style. I get that. Yeah. No, it's just an old outfit.
I danced in one time where the first song out was Foot Slide.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a different way you dance to different traditional songs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a lot of times I won a lot of contests because I knew all of the different ways to dance to the different songs. And the first song out was a Foot Slide, but like I said, they didn't have judges that didn't know. So
oh, yeah.
I was the only one. As I danced, I looked around. I was the only one doing the Foot Slide. And I'm the first one that gets pulled out of the contest.
Yeah, dogs. Yeah. It's happened to me too many times. You've danced, like I know, you've danced for so many years and whatnot. And I always ask this, what is that one moment that you remember, that was the best time that you've ever danced? What powwow was that at?
I don't know. There's this one time, I think one of the first times was this to have a powwow in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was called the Great North American Powwow.
Mm.
It was in the 80s at the convention center down there. And that was the first major powwow that I went to in my life, starting traveling around the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
And going to that one was really something else. Then another one was being asked to dance at the White House.
Oh, yeah.
And when they did that releasing of that Sacagawea coin,
mm-hmm.
I got a call, asked me to come and bring my outfit and dance.
All right.
So I went out there, and I didn't know who was singing for me.
Yeah.
Or if I was going to dance to a tape or what. But
for the president and just dancing for the tape.
And there when I came out, a yabe was set up.
All right. All right.
And so that was a good surprise for both of us.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Did they give you some coins or no?
Oh, yeah. They gave all the participants a coin,
Mm.
And we had these real fancy engraved invitations, and, it was nice.
Wow.
At least they recognize the Native community anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you heard it here first, people. The great Terry Fiddler actually danced at the White House. Man, I don't think I've ever gotten that high up of where my dancing ability has been. But man, I yet to dance at the White House. I even get to dance at the state capitol. So one of these days I'll get there. I can dance at my tribal capital, but this is about as far as I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but going along with it, you see this traditional style develop and stuff. What is the stuff that you've seen that you like going forward and stuff?
Well, I've seen a lot more younger people dancing the original way.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do that. More interest in that, and so it's good to see that our young people are picking up some of the stuff and going to carry it on. So.
Yeah.
That part's always good to see when I go to powwows.
Yeah, yeah. It's always going to be evolving the style of dance, and then we got powwows that make it more competitive. And I remember, even when I talked about this beginning, we used to just dance here in Oklahoma. Like $20 was, that was kind of a big thing. But just to get out there and dance. But now, you got big powwows, even like the one at Four Bears. It's got giving away cars and stuff. So it gets competitive out there. So it's just it's cool to how powwows evolved the way it is. From back in the day where we just got out there just to dance. So
yeah, the casino powwows, you know, really did bring up the prize money for a lot of places. And, you know, even if we win first place, a lot of times you don't even break even with what they pay out, you know.
Yeah.
I think prize money's been the same for dancing for maybe what, since late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
With the singing side has gone up, which is good, you know.
Yeah.
Still probably isn't enough,
Yeah.
you know, for the singers, because they like to get paid just like the dancers do. So
Yeah.
helps with the expense of traveling.
Yeah, because we couldn't have a powwow without the singers,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So that's good when you go around and you're able to enjoy powwows. Even though, you know, like I sit at home a lot of times and just turn on Facebook so I can watch powwows, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's
See
evolved to
what's
that
going
day.
on,
Yeah, so
see what's going on across the country, you know.
yeah, it's like back in the day you had to actually go. Now you can just sit at home and watch powwows, and
Mhm.
that's kind of like this show here. I just it's cool because I can actually bring like people on here and they can like listen to your ideas and like there's a lot of people out there that don't know who you are but don't I've never talked to you, and this is that kind of platform and stuff, and I appreciate you coming on and stuff, and but it's we've had some real fun traveling together. I've seen like you're like just about everywhere. You got any plans coming up there for California coming up?
Oh yeah, every year we go down and spend like 4 or 5 weeks down there.
Mm-hmm.
And before winter time, we like to go down there. So usually it's an annual thing for me and Marcy. So
All right. And how's Marcy doing?
oh, she's doing good. She's working on our grandson Wakia's new grass dance outfit. So
All right
and
on.
be there Friday.
Yeah, and Wakia, he graduated, right?
Right. Yeah, he graduated from high school, and they went on to graduate from HVAC school.
Right on.
And he's been working all through high school and still at the same company.
Dang, that's keen. That's keen. I'm glad for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure proud of him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what is it? I think I just saw Alva just had a special too, just recently. Hey.
Yeah, that was down at Albuquerque at the wellness conference out at Ensalada Casino.
Oh, right on.
So we flew down, taking her special helper out and stuff down there. So it was a good trip. We came back Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
We flew out Friday afternoon.
Right on, right on. A big shout out to my sister Alva. Hope you're doing good up there. I know she lives up there in Wisconsin. She's always doing good and stuff too. So yeah, big shout out for her, and for being that special out there too. But nowadays, you do a lot of MC and stuff like that. What's your favorite powwow that you've MC'd so far?
I don't know. Every powwow's got something
Yeah,
a little different. That's it's always an honor to get invited to MC anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I got to do something this year a little different. I got to get me a mirror, carry around.
Oh yeah. I knew someone was going to bring up that a minute ago, Yeah, but
you can yell around, what's your problem?
Yeah, you know who you are, eh? Sure, but yeah, did you make it out there to Albuquerque this year?
I was there the night before, but I haven't been to gatherings for like, maybe 10 years. And I got to a point where I was told that I win there all the time, and they were going to find a way that I couldn't win no more, so I quit going.
Well, just dance better. Yeah.
It isn't me. I'm just dancing,
Yeah, it's not my fault the judges picked me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you never know. So
yeah.
I was told that, so that's why we don't go.
Well, that's keen, but that one's I didn't get to make it this year, but maybe like down the road, I got like I said, I always tell people it's kind of hard to do this show because all I do is talk about powwows and I don't get to travel too much. It's like I have powwowed, but it's like man, it's kind of I do the show and I read off all these powwows and I'm like man, I've been there before, but I can't make it this weekend, so. But
Right.
I still want to bring like the latest and greatest powwow news out there for everybody. But going forth, you see all these new dancers and new traditional dancers coming up. You got any good words or inspiration for them?
Yeah. As I was traveling quite a bit in the younger days, and there was I would go to powwows, and if I didn't win, I just kept going back till I did win, just to prove to myself I could do it.
Yeah.
And so I traveled to probably about every major powwow in the country here, Canada, and met a lot of good people. The United Tribes used to be the main powwow before Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Schmidt started it up,
Yeah.
and that's where all the champions used to come from Canada and the United States and meet there every year, battle it off,
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were saying one of your moments that I remember is, being there and just before, I think it was the first or 2 years after Connecticut started,
Yeah.
Then it started getting smaller and smaller, So. But that used to really be highlighted powwow to go to.
Yeah. I remember Skimitzen, that was the one. And the funny thing is you say that because I actually played Stony Park at Skimitzen 1995 for the intro for the show. But I remember, that was the one that everyone went to, and everyone was all happy to see until we started dancing. And after that, everyone was on point. No one was friends after that,
That's what I used to tell all of my buddies and my dance with.
Yeah.
We're all good coolahs, good friends. Until that first beat of that drum.
Yeah. No one shakes hands. No one just stares at each other.
But it's real different nowadays,
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw, everybody still had a good time. And nobody had hard feelings towards each other or, said things about each other. So I think we need to go back to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So young dancers, you get beat, don't feel bad, don't feel hurt. Just keep going back till you win.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's also that way. It's kind of hard because the powwow money that's out there. It kind of gets to people. In a way, sometimes it's not about the honor of winning. It's always about that next like that winner. Like that money and stuff like that. So I kind of wish powwows kind of got back to where it was always just fun and stuff. And I wish it would go back to that way sometimes.
Yeah, we still, the older dancers still, are like that. I see that in a lot of powwows I go to, and that's what makes it enjoyable, dancing and singing. Having that good feeling, and leaving all of that negativity at the door somewhere. Don't bring it in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Make it fun for everyone.
Well, heck yeah. It's been an honor talking to you. Like I said, we always have fun every time I see you and stuff. You've always been, that one person I can always talk to and look up to. And then, you always make fun of me when I'm in the arena. But, it's an honor bringing you on the show, just to hear your input and stuff. And, I hope the best for everybody and your family and stuff. And, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Do you have, you got any last words you want to tell, everyone in the Powwow world right now? Or you want to tell anyone off or anybody? Hey.
I was telling Marcy that we were going to do this interview. She said, "I bet she's going to be scared to do this interview."
I was a little nervous. You never know. I mean, you're like a loaded gun, and you just never know when it's going to go off. Yeah. But yeah.
No, I just want to wish everybody a good summer. Have fun, be safe out there, and have a good time.
Heck yeah. As we keep going on with the show, we just want to put this out there, maybe we can bring you back on for another episode of, like the infamous Terry Fiddler. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that'd be an honor once again. So thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, just thank you for, your time, coming on the show, and I appreciate everything, like you've done for me. And, hopefully you have safe travels going down the Powwow highways and stuff. And, like you said, if you ever come to Oklahoma, just give me a shot. You always got a place to stay at my spot. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on the air. Appreciate it, sir.
All right. Later.
All right, folks, that was the infamous world champion Terry Fiddler. Like I mentioned, we always want to bring the best of the best powwow people out there. So if you got people in mind, send me a message. Maybe I can, give them a shout out and stuff like that. But I want to thank Terry Fiddler for coming on the show, and everyone for tuning in and listening for Sounds of the Powwow Groundz. Tune in later. We're going to have some major great shows for you out there. So without a doubt, this is going to be the close of our episode 7-ish, 8-ish show. We'll just call it 7. We'll just call it even 7. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks so much.